Hi everyone, welcome to Pageau Corsa. VRC has dropped their brand new hypercar this morning. This is part of their prototype H series of cars. This is the Pageau 9T8, very clearly based on a Peugeot 9X8 that raced at Le Mans this year. Just want to have a look at the car model before we jump into the car. This is absolutely stunning, as all the work is from VRC. Fantastic lines on this car. I love this livery as well. Lots of details on the car. You'll see as we come down the side here, look inside the cockpit, the amount of detail you can see inside there. Just a fantastic looking car, as all the VRC stuff is. So I want to have a look at that first before we jump out on track. Just a beautiful, beautiful race car. We've got our setup loaded. So we'll jump in now to the car. As with a lot of modern mods, you have to start the car yourself, which means binding extra button A and B. So extra button A ignites the car. The lights come on the steering wheel there, and then extra button B kicks it over. Some people will find that process annoying. An extra level of immersion, so why not? Makes you feel like almost like a real race driver. Clutch is important. This car does have an anti-stall, much like the Formula Alpha car from this year, so you can stall it coming off the line or out of the pit, so very much keep that in mind. Let's get on track. Let the clutch out quicker, John. Amateur takeoff there. So here at Sebring, one of the great endurance tracks, very bumpy, great place to test out these sort of cars, especially the aero. And this year certainly shaping up as the year of the hypercar. I said that previously, between the Automotive Leaster content, R-Factor mods, LMU coming out from the makers of R-Factor 2, and then guys like VRC still doing this sort of content. It's a massive year for hypercars. Not that they ever went away in terms of popularity, but I think this coming year, in real life, I think they'll be quite popular as people play the games. And I think in terms of the sim racing community, these games will really take off, especially for endurance racing, driver swaps, all that sort of good stuff. So you would have seen the very distinctive feature when we looked at the car in that fly around at the start. It does not have a rear wing, which is of course a bit of a divergent sort of way to go from Pageau compared to the other hypercars. It looks fantastic without the rear wing, I must say that. I love the clean lines. A very sleek looking race car. That basically makes its aero much like a modern Formula 1 car. Not by big wings pushing the car down, but by the under tray of the car, the floor, sucking the car towards the ground with like a ground effect type thing. So, different approach. Something that obviously works in Formula 1, has worked for a long time. Engineers for years are trying to get their cars as low to the ground as possible. And the ground effect is just another extension of that. So because of that, the way that it is designed with its aero, it's very sensitive, very responsive to changes it in the ride height. Obviously by changing the pitch and the attitude of the car, you can very much affect the handling as well. So it's, there'll be a bit of diving into the setups with that, to see what works, but it will be very responsive to ride height changes, a lot more so than other race cars you would have set up. Handles the bumps beautifully. This comes with a couple of aero packages as well as part of the setup here from VRC, which is supposed to change how the car handles. They're very similar, but there still will be a noticeable difference, I reckon. I've got just whatever the standard aero kit was, just simply loaded the car up. It cost around about $8 Australian. She said when VRC drops a new car, you just tend to plonk the money down and don't think about it. Try and reduce the ABS. You can see little blue lights light up on the dash there. Everything's color coded, so you can see when your ABS is kicking in. I believe there's also lights indicating when you're on just the internal combustion engine, and also I would assume when the traction control kicks in as well. And just super detailed both internally and externally here from VRC. You would expect no less. Drives beautiful, beautiful weight through the steering wheel. In terms of the engine, we've got a 2.6 litre twin turbo V6 in this thing, which produces by itself about 500 kilowatts, 670 horsepower. and that's mated to a 200 kilowatt or 270 horsepower electric motor. It goes through a 7-speed gearbox. Heaps of power, heaps of aero, heaps of fun really. We'll try and do a bit of a flying lap here as my energy stores are going down. A bit wide there at T1. Definitely braking always feels different in these cars with the energy recovery systems and how they work. Car is feeding energy back to the car and then taking it back through its system with the kinetic energy through the brakes. I just find this corner hard to get right, a bit bumpy on the entry there with the as you head to the braking zone. Again, just another fantastic effort from VRC. Hopefully they bring out some more of these cars. There's definitely a lot more. There's probably only 8 or 9 or 10 hypercars this year at Le Mans they can try and replicate. I'm glad they picked this one first. I just love the design of the car with that rear wing. It's a very pretty looking race car. It's not like you go into a corner and you think, oh no, there's no rear wing. You can tell there's lots of aero. You can feel the car being sucked to the ground. You definitely won't miss that rear wing, that's for sure. Bit of an in-game stutter there from the Sato Corsa, thank you very much. Check out this fantastic car, guys, from VRC. Great quality as always. Thanks for watching. Take care.